What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and of course, you already knew this was going to happen, or, the Eagles or the Dolphins was going to happen. We are rebuilding the San Francisco 49ers, who had a very interesting season last year due to injuries, and I would assume some COVID opt-outs, but they're back, and they're stronger than ever, as we all know. They traded a lot to get to pick 3. They traded 12th overall, a 3rd next year, a 1st next year, and a 1st in 2023, and we have made all those moves except for the 2023 first-round pick. I didn't do the Eagles-Dolphins one, only because that's not the focus of this. It would have been a pain in the ace to get, and of course, we will likely do a Dolphins rebuild at some time, at some point soon with all those extra picks. That Tunsil trade just gets better and better for them. Not that Tunsil isn't a great player or anything, but it just keeps getting better and better for them. And of course, maybe we'll do an Eagles one. I think the Eagles move is a lot better than people are giving it credit for. As far as grading this Niners trade up, I think it's an A+. The reason why I say that is because, let's say, maybe not an A+. We'll say A-, just because you don't know how good, assumingly it's going to be Fields is. Let's not try to compare Fields to Mahomes, but let's say the Chiefs were told, hey, we're redoing that draft. Mahomes, everyone knows about him, but if you want to get rid of your next 10 first-round picks, you can keep them. Are they doing it? I think so. I think so. Quarterback is the biggest position and the most important position in the league, and even if you have to trade up a couple of first-round picks to go from 12 to 3, if you got the guy you think is going to be your franchise quarterback, you pulled the trigger. Of course, Jimmy Garoppolo, we did trade him off for a 3rd-round pick, and everything else is pretty much set. I don't think we have Tavon Wilson, though. I think he actually just straight up retired, which I suppose for this isn't huge. Maybe in real life it could be big, but it isn't huge here. I will say, though, the Niners they're signing some pretty nice contracts. Meanwhile, Green Bay is paying running backs $12 million a year and paying Kevin King $6 million while they get these basically veteran minimum deals. It makes me sick. But let us go into what the team looks like as of right now. 41 out of 53 players. We still no. That's our only quarterback on the roster right now. We only have one running back on the roster. We got to make some plays. And that is a fact. The team doesn't look too bad. I did lower Trent Williams' age just so he doesn't retire. I put him at 29. You can still see that his overalls, it's going to take him a long time to get XP anyways. As far as defensively, what do we do here? Ebukam, but how does that work? Ebukam's not... Why is the team the way it is here? Is Eric Armstead not rather a DT technically? He doesn't play edge, does he? Maybe it's forward and then Armstead. Why do they have Ebukam? Can he? He's very athletic, so maybe are they gonna put him as a coverage? I'm so confused. I guess they probably do blitz him, but I don't see how he fits their scheme necessarily. But it'd be what it be. We re-signed pretty much everyone we could, or we tried to. We'll see if they accept. And yeah, the team's already pretty decent, but there are some aging pieces. There's some contract concerns, and there is a lack of talent on the offensive side. Technically, Mostert's not going to last too long here for us. They're 2 wide receivers. Are they going to be good? Who knows? Kittle's really the only guarantee we have as of right now. Him and Trent Williams. But yeah, let's go on to the scouting. And I know it was only a one-season speed rebuild, but yeah, shout out to back-to-back rebuild days, right? Maybe leave a like and subscribe. Maybe if we get to I don't even know, 500 likes, maybe we'll do the Dolphins one tomorrow. I'm just saying. Regardless, though, we get Mosley, we get Dante Johnson, who I thought was actually the wide receiver, Deontay Johnson, but of course it was not. Obviously, the pick here is going to be quarterback. Trevor Lawrence and Wilson, hopefully at 1 and 2. There's just no chance that it's not going to be those two. So regardless, if one of them somehow there, we're going to be taking Fields or Lance. But I'm going to be honest, I just think they're all about it, right? Fields. And of course, because we already know, I'm just going to edit him real quick. I'm going to edit his speed because I think he should be way faster. I don't know how true it is, but apparently he ran something reported like a 4.41, which is, something in the 93 almost speed range. What was RG3? RG3 was probably 4.41 himself, wasn't he? RG3, 40 time, 4.41 exactly. I think RG3 was 91 speed. in Madden, if I'm not, maybe 92. I think that's fair, even if it isn't, regardless. And I'm actually going to export this as well. As far as other needs for this team, O-line, specifically guard, would be one of those needs. Wyatt Davis would be a great name, but you just can't make that play. Deontay Brown, he's 23, but maybe worth taking. Of course, this is a different class. We've only used this class, I believe, once before, at most twice. So I'm not exactly sure who is good and whatnot. So, got to tread lightly. Josh Myers, I mean, do I really want to draft linemen that high? I mean, they've got some decent pieces around here. So, realistically, maybe OA is just, I got to change that as well. OA is just not going to go in the third round after that 40 time as well. Fifth year option, McGlinchey. Did they actually do that in real life? We're going to say no, and we're going to think about just signing him. Usually he does hit free agency, but we'll see. I'm going to be so mad if someone takes Fields, because, I have them at 1, 2, and 3, but you never know. Okay, Jamar Chase, that's just not going to happen. So we will be taking, well, it's very unlikely to happen. We'll be taking Justin Fields regardless, because I assume that's going to be the pick at number 3. And, of course, 74 overall hidden. Apparently we reached, which is just not true. 91 throw power, 79 deep. He's really solid. And, of course, we know the speed because we edited it. So Terrence Marshall is still there. I mean, I suppose there's a somewhat slight chance that could happen. Ifeatu Melifonwu, not a bad name to potentially take. DT's kind of on the needs list. Brevin Jordan, this is a team that definitely just values talent rather than just position, so not the worst call in the world. Sean Wade, maybe? Sean Wade ran a lot faster than that, I'm pretty sure, as well. Cameron McGrone. So we have an option at, some players here. I mean, I feel like you only need 2 wide receivers, right? 2 decent wide receivers that you could develop. Sean Wade is a late second, so I think at minimum, I don't know. How good is Sean Wade? I don't even have him scouted, but I know he's a good prospect, so I'd imagine he's decent. Safety's kind of a need for the future. We're going to take Sean Wade. And normal development rate, 71 overall. Should be faster than that, though. Or am I thinking of the other guy? What's the other guy? They, remind me of each other. I can't remember. Nah, maybe it is Sean Wade. I don't remember, dude. Our right guard is still there. We need to trade up for him, though, all the way to pick number 1, which I don't know what that value is. But yeah, Sean Wade may be a little bit of a questionable choice. Of course, not everyone could be hidden development traits. So let's trade with the Jaguars. And then maybe trade down after if we even have anything left over. I would take all their players. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I have no idea if this is even fair, but 89, 114, and 156 for pick 1 in the third round to be taking a guard with this selection. Mr. Deontay Brown, need a starter right out the gate, 23 years old, 70 overall, normal. That hurts a little bit, but I suppose it's not the worst. We could desperately use a running back, and I feel like Williams is kind of a San Francisco type, so we're going to be taking Puka Williams, 59 overall, normal. Who knows? Maybe he starts in the future. I don't know. They love their speed here, specifically at running back, so I think that's a pretty good fit. And then I just don't think they're going to come out of the draft without a corner, so Kerry Vincent Jr., 67 overall, normal. I wanted to trade down. It just never came. So yeah, next year's draft is going to be fantastic. So we trade 156 and a 7th round pick this year for a 4th round pick projected from the Bucks. We get a 5th round off the Raiders, and then now we move on to the 7th round where we have our final pick. And this pick may be a linebacker. He's been hidden on other classes, so Josh Ross. And I'm telling you, everyone uses a template like no other. All right, so looking at our players, we landed only 2 hidden, one being Ross, who's automatically star, and then Fields, who could be literally anything. It does not matter to look at his dev or not, because, of course, he is the starter. He's the only quarterback we even have on the roster, and he is superstar number 1. I assume that would be the case, right? Oh, and it's more lucrative. We get a 7th back instead. Of course, the trade is complete. All right, here we are in the first actual season. Of course, wide receivers, I mean, I think we're fine. We need to see a dev up from specifically Samuel because Ayuk's got obviously plenty of time coming into his second season. Offensive line, we got some age. Left guard, center's not too young. Trent Williams, the only reason why we dropped his, age is because he's obviously just a stone cold killer at left tackle, and I expect him to play pretty much throughout that entire contract. George Kittle is obviously the best offensive player in general. Kyle Juszczyk still here for a 5-year deal. We actually should probably drop his age as well. I think 28 should allow him to play until he retires, which of course I would assume. I'm going to actually just put him at 29. Just I think that's fair. I think him at 29 is fair for the regression and all that. Mostert, who is, really fast, is 29 years old, so he's here for at least this season. Will he be after? I'm not sure. Or a year after that? I'm not sure. Greenlaw is a star development. I did not expect that. Cornerback is a position we definitely need to take a look at. Wade could make his way as one of the corners or a starting safety the following season. D-line set, I just put Armstead straight up at DT. D Ford's back, so, figured that with Ibukam as the backup. So, not the best team, but definitely some potential. Really just hoping that we make it to the playoffs. We're very close to, so that trade doesn't look even worse for us. All right, so we have a pretty big contract here in Fred Warner. I've seen him go to free agency a lot, and I can see why he is a very expensive player. I want to compare, don't get me wrong, Fred Warner is an absolute god, but I kind of want to compare his contract to some of the biggest contracts, in recent history. And honestly, you look at CJ Mosley, and I think you just pay the contract if you want him at least, and I kind of do, so we're going to keep him. Mostert, that is such a hard thing to do. You can't do me like this. We're going to hold off on this. If he looks like he's going to get a dev up, I will give him the contract. If not, forget it. McGlinchey, that's still a little too high money for him, but he's a tackle. Tackles are important. That's it. That's the quote. All right, so if this is to be believed, the Dolphins have easily won this trade by a mile. Do I expect this to happen in real life? Not a chance, but I can't force wins because I don't know. 3-13. So Miami just created the greatest finesse of all time. As you can see here, this is the schedule. Win makes sense. Probably it's a 50-50 there. Vikings 50-50 there, 50-50 on this one. I don't know what the actual schedule looks like for the Niners, but the Falcons, they should win that. Should probably split with the Seahawks. Same with the Cardinals. We should have won a lot of these games, and we just didn't. But looking at Fields, that's not a bad season. That's probably or very close to Offensive Rookie of the Year. Mostert, not enough for Superstar. Not a bad season, though. It's a tough one. Kittle, good stuff. Samuel, okay, and that's a pretty good season. Ayuk, I wish he would have done a little bit better. Blocking was actually really solid, specifically for Madden. Greenlaw could go to Superstar. Fred Warner he's already an X Factor. Armstead, good stuff. Ford, good, decent stuff. Bosa, disappointing to say the least. Kinlaw, disappointing. Fred Warner, absolutely crushed it as you would expect. Robbie Gould, pretty good stuff. Let's take a look if he won any awards at all. Let's take a look. Probably Offensive Rookie of the Year, like I said, right? Fields at number 1. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't even know if we had a rookie starting. Kerry Vincent. Fields is number 6 in general for quarterback, so that's all right, right? Let's take a look at the running back. So number 8. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. Somehow the Falcons are here. They lose to the Browns. At least the Browns are kind of a realistic team. The Falcons, though, that's a bit of an iffy one to me. Offensive dev-ups, we did not have one. Defensive had to be some, right? Greenlaw gets a dev-up. Ford apparently gets a dev-up. Armstead gets a dev-up. Armstead had a really good season. That's pretty good. I'll take those dev-ups for sure, especially with D Ford, who's literally stuck on the roster no matter how hard we try to get rid of him. Armstead, like I said, with that X Factor upgrade, not bad at all. Of course, Fred was already there. Greenlaw, that's going to be a fun player to sign. Oh, Lord. But yeah, wide receiver seems to be a pretty big position of need here, but the overalls aren't bad. So I'm just how are we not doing better there? Maybe you replace Strong. Actually, I think you have to replace Strong Safety. Tart was only a 1-year deal. Maybe I forgot to adjust it. No, I didn't forget to. He might have been on the list and I just forgot. A 2-year 10 I can get on board with. That is much more reasonable. The thing is, he's probably not even actually going to take it. Yeah, I figured it was a fake. Laken Tomlinson, I'll give that deal. Jason Verrett, I think it's time to move on. Cornerback position is just rough here. Really? Oh my, man. Screw it, let him hit open market. Hopefully he gets nothing but good offers. Of course, I wish him the best. So our team overall took a little bit of a hit. We need a left guard now. Tackles are set for some time. Deontay Brown, I mean, I guess he'll be a starter for a while. How big is he actually? Is he supposed to be? Yeah, he's supposed to be like 350, so pretty close. We need a running back because apparently Mostert didn't see the value there. This team loves running the ball, so you could see a pretty big free agent signing in the future. So I don't know who would be there right now, but we'll take a look. Wade apparently is a straight-up starter right now at strong safety, which fair enough, I guess. Drafted him pretty damn high. Really, cornerback, maybe a future safety, running back, O-line. I mean, there's a couple positions in fairness, and we still have a lot to develop. But let's see, we have 27 mil to work with. I don't know who's costing us a ton of money. Devontae is a realistic option for the Packers to be let go, even though he had a really good season. I don't think it'll happen, but you just don't know. The Packers seem to be trying to pay everyone, and that's just literally not possible. So, yeah, of course, another part of this is that the free agency class kind of sucks for what we need. All right, so we offered a 4-year, $24 million deal to Hines. I wouldn't say he's maybe as durable technically as Mostert, but they're very similar in build. So I figured, why not give it a try? Try Turner, speaking of. James Daniels was there. I just didn't think it would be a realistic move for the Bears to be letting James Daniels go, and I felt like Try Turner was a better fit for the team. And then we get a backup linebacker with Leon Jacobs. We got to try to see if we can save some money because we're kind of broke. Oh, we really do because we have to pay... Okay, so we could probably get rid of Weston, right? I'll hold off for now. Can we get rid of Jimmy? Okay, we can get rid of some contracts, which we really do need to because Bosa needs a contract. It sucks because in real life, you don't get rid of Bosa. In Madden, though, you know, who knows? Because he's not really playing that well. Of course, we don't have a lot to work with. We have the first pick in the second, fourth round, sixth and seventh rounds, and then we have a fourth and a fifth random from trade downs last season. Could have grabbed this guy instead of Field, just saying. Of course, you know, here we are. Damn, I tried to get Boye. The rest were just backups. Yikes. I think we're actually going to. We're going to be giving him the 5th-year option here. I think that should save us a little bit of money and time, right? Offered some more players, didn't get them, and some of them just didn't even, like, sign anywhere, it appears. But yeah, that's super glad that the Dolphins got that first pick overall, huh? We now, of course, move on to the draft. The Dolphins with pick 1 overall. What are they going to take? They will be taking a cornerback. So proud of them. Pick 6. A lot of cornerbacks going, actually. Pick 6, the Dolphins also have a lot of corners. 3 in the first 5? Is that what that was? First pick in the second round. Maybe a lineman from us. That kind of seems like the best available thing. The thing that kind of sucks is we have 2 good players, which isn't, it doesn't suck, but they both look good. They both bring their own talents. Of course, we need a guard more than a tackle. However, with Grant's, combine report, you could definitely make the argument for him to play guard. So I think we might trade down here and then maybe trade up if we have to. Damn, that's all we're going to get is a 4th? If we move to like 8, maybe? I don't even know, dude. We got scammed here. This trade itself should have been to the Bears for 39 and 71. Instead, this is the trade we lost out on, like, probably an extra 4th round, like a mid to late 4th round worth of talent. We will be making another trade up, though, whenever one of the linemen goes. So please don't let it be right away. Okay, it's looking better and better each time. So far, it's a good trade down so far. And there he goes. Do I risk it, man? I'm risking it. I can't. I'm going to move up to the Panthers. I can't. The Panthers are a team that needs tackle bad. Well, they got Moton and Orlando. If they take this tackle, I would be saddened. I am not saddened. Okay, so knowing the team's roster saved us money there. Got a pass rusher. Don't need him as much. Jeremy Grant, left tackle. Let's compare him to the guy that was just taken. And he's hidden. Okay, I mean, just based on the odds of having a hidden guy in general, I'd imagine this guy's already better than the other guy. The other guy was like, what, 72, 73 overall? This is a tougher one. Well, not really tougher, but if our guy's still there, we might trade up straight up here to the Dolphins or whatever pick. Yeah, Dolphins. We have a DT named Proctor. This was one of the AI scouted guys. Usually when it's an AI scouted guy, it's good. I think that guy is like a 76 overall minimum. If you think you got a guy that's a 76 overall minimum, I think you take him. Especially a team that, you know, for one, it's our pick in the first place. And two, they already have a pick nearby anyways. Let's try to get the last laugh on them, kinda, which is just untrue. This seems to be pretty fair. Seems pretty fair. Like, that was, they got like 30 value, but the calculator can't detect next year's to this year pick, so it can't really tell. Jeromepkr would be a nice player too, but of course the biggest need isn't DT, but he's insane. He's going to be a high overall. Could he be hidden though? 75 overall. We figured maybe a little, you know, Eric Armstead potential role, but, you know, faster. We'll see. I mean, he's a good player. Definitely has a spot on the team somewhere as a starter in the future, just not yet, I guess. I can't remember if we got a wide receiver. I don't think we did. Will Morant would be decent. I'm going to move down to the 5th round. I really don't want to be trading up anymore, but man, some of our trade-ups have been pretty decent, right? So as far as these players go, I'm going to keep going because there's 3 wide receivers. I think the biggest need would be one of the 2 here, but I think Morant's the best. So I think we're going to move on until one of them is remaining only. Jeromepkr to the Chargers. We got to remember that one because 69 overall. Typically those guys are higher overall. So he might just be like a good dev. It looks like maybe even all 3 are there, which is not good for my mental health. Oh, no. I hate when this happens. Manny Cruz. That guy looks pretty good, too, though. All right, so I might just end up going with the highest projected talent. So late 2nd, early 3rd. Trey Chavez. Really good catching. Great 40 time, but his Excel and agility drills aren't that great. 693, 703, 426, 420. Matt Patterson looks like he has the best ceiling, but Morant, well, I think Morant's the best of the 3, but do we need a guy like Morant? I think you need a 6'3 guy. We're going to take him. 68 overall, Matt Patterson may actually play some significant snaps this season. Really good jump ball guy already. No aggressive catch, it appears. I can't really tell. But hell, if pick 1 still has a wide receiver available, we'll take them too. And Morant, I wanted him the most. Let's see it. Let's see it. Another 68 overall, a little bit faster this time, so good kick returner. I mean, that's a 6th-round pick as a kick returner. That's not asking, you know, that's not too crazy. It's not like bust territory or anything like that, you know, 6th-rounder. We have another wide receiver. Could use a kicker. Chris Goldstein is probably the best special teamers available. Do we need punter really bad? I think Wishnowski started off old, but he should be fine for some years still. Wishnowski, 30. I mean, you need kicker, but man, it's just like, I think both are probably going to be pretty bad, but if any of them had a chance to be decent, it'd probably be the punter. So I'm going to go with Chris Goldstein, the punter. 69 overall, and I mean, like I said, I think both are going to be trash, and I think that's pretty safe to say as an argument. Did we land a hidden? We did. We landed 1 hidden, I believe. The tackle, who will be playing left guard for us this season. Jeremy Grant. Might as well take a look at the dev while we move him over to left guard. Also take a look at 2 players. I want to see the guard we actually missed. Star as expected. And then the running back. All right, so the Chargers took the running back. Jeromepkr, normal development, so nothing really lost there. And then the guard, no idea where he went. McDougal, oh, he's also hidden. Sweet. Awesome. I love it. But to be fair, though, we wouldn't really want another guy just like Deontay Brown, would we? Actually, maybe we would. And, oh, we definitely would because he's superstar. Damn it. That's okay. It's really not. Fastest player in the draft was taken 1 overall by the Dolphins, and they kind of busted on him. That's weird to say. Hidden development corner, they missed. Normal development corner, okay, interesting. I mean, as far as a team that didn't have a 1st or a 3rd-round pick goes, it's an okay class. We could maybe see some of these players actually see some play time soon. We're going to be signing Fabian Moreau to play number 2 corner. We are desperate. And we're going to bring back Jaquisti Tart and actually trade off Jimmy Ward. We could have actually moved Jimmy back to corner, but the contract is a little expensive. We're going to be able to save a little bit of money with 2 trades here. It's not really going to be 2. It's going to be 1. But in theory, we'll be able to trade them both at the same time. I can't imagine they'd be worth much, a 5th-round pick at best, for a team that could even afford them. All right, trade Ward and Richburg to the Bengals for their 5th-round pick. I imagine Ward will end up playing corner for them. All right, so we've actually put Tri-Turner on the inside because I feel like Brown just makes sense as a right guard, and Grant already made the move from tackle to guard. I think that's already far enough. Trey is 6'3", and he's like kind of on the low side for weight, so you know, be what it be. The rest of the team, Hines is a new name, obviously. Samuel and Ayuk are still the same, but Patterson and Morant kind of creeping on their careers potentially. Ross is the new starting outside linebacker. Ibukam just doesn't fit there. He's just going to be the backup pass rusher at this point. And then once again, DBs are in shambles. All right, so we have some re-signings. Debo is actually a guy that just failed this scenario, but a 4-year 48 is pretty low for, you know, nowadays market, so I'm going to take that and run with it. Dre Greenlaw, don't get me wrong, I like him a lot, but I just don't know if we can afford a 5-year 72. I'd honestly rather just tag him because it's already almost that much anyways. I think we may tag him. I lowered his contract, I believe, to a 5-year 60, and he took it. I need to start fighting for these contracts more because that is definitely a much better deal. Yeah, I'll do a 6-year. Was it a 5-year 60? That's way better than a 5-year 72. Hey, I'm down. Well, I mean, I freaking hope I'd be down because it's done. All right, so Emmanuel Mosley just got to star development. Only got 5K XP, even though he's at the end of his career. I know he just spoiled the record, and we're doing actually pretty well here, obviously. He wants a 2-year 10, which... Oh, he's actually only 26. I thought he was 28. Maybe even a free safety in the future. I'm just saying, free safety in the future. Just saying. 2-year 10. I don't know what he wanted before, but I'll give him a 3-year 16.8. Give him another shot again. Headed to the playoffs. You saw the spoilers, and let me tell you, we actually did make the playoffs. Let me tell you about this team. They did a hell of a job selling as they lost 5 straight at the end of the season to teams that they should not be losing to. Justin Fields, very good stuff. Maybe even X Factor. I don't know. Hines, yikes. Debo, great signing because he's going to go to Superstar, it would appear. O-line, let's just not talk about it. Sack totals, Bosa, gearing up for that contract. Ford could be an X Factor. Armstead already an X Factor, and apparently it is, you know, welfare. Welfare, okay, that's not where we were going with that, but sweet. Blocked, so Robbie Gould, probably his last season in the NFL. Last season with us, though, for sure. Any awards we would have had, maybe like Defensive Player of the Year or D-Lineman of the Year or something like that. And I'm Debo, best wide receiver. We had number 1 and 2. No, it was the Bears. I don't know why I said number 1 and 2. We had a tight end. 3 guys, 2, 3, 4, but Aaron Donald still takes the damn award. Regardless, still pretty good season and good enough to make the playoffs. 88 overall to their 84. The Giants have Tom Brady. What a table turner. All right, going to the end of the game. 7-0. The Giants are on top. 14-0. The Giants are on top by more. Niners can't do anything. It is now 21-0. Nope, can't do a thing. 28-0. I love Sim. It's flawless. Yeah, I don't even, like, I will literally, like, normally when we do this, we're like, oh, well, it's fair. I'm going to just Sim, and even if we win, I'm just going to force lose the next game. I just want to see, like, what's happening. Like, why is that a thing? If we win, it doesn't matter, because like I said, we're losing. And we win. Surpriser. But we are going to force lose. I did say that. I made my promise. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. The Cowboys were going to smoke us regardless. And really, it doesn't help us in technically any way. Going to the Super Bowl, see who's in it. The Cowboys, as kind of expected. I figured they would have won against us anyways. And the winner of it is the Cowboys. So yeah, they were kind of primed. Let's see these dev-ups. We see Deebo Samuel, of course, going to Superstar. What did he get? Energizer. and short out a lead. He is not super jukey, so I'm just going to give him a route tech, which is filthy, and then short out. I'd say I'm just going to give him a wide receiver apprentice. Make him the true number 1 around here. Defensively on the DevOps, we see, oh man, Greenlaw with the X Factor. Love it. Reinforcement, unfakeable, medium route KO. He didn't already have those because he would have gotten them in this. D Ford is an X Factor. Sean Wade goes to star. Not bad, actually. Made the playoffs, got some DevOps, some pretty good overall upgrades. What overall is Fields now? Probably 88? 91. Holy crap. I mean, he has had really good seasons back-to-back now, so it doesn't shock me, but just saying. We have a couple of players to replace, but overall, we're in a decent spot. I like it. Is this where maybe you look to replace Ayuk? 20 mil? I guess it's not. All right, so we have the potential to trade. Who is it? Somebody we could trade. I'm trying to figure out who the hell it was. Who was it? D Ford off would save us a total of 17 mil, I believe, which would be massive. We need a corner so freaking badly. It hurts. Sean Murphy Bunting, is he the guy? That's a lot of money considering like a Jair would be like a 4-year 80, which is not absolutely terrible. I don't know, dude. I think you play it safe and maybe still draft a corner. Maybe take Rock Yassin or Trey Herndon, who's apparently star development here. I just don't want to pay, I just don't want to play it too crazy, I offered so many contracts, and all we got was Rock Yassin. Oh, my Lord. I still don't even know if his name is Rock Yassin or Scene. I don't even know, dude. I'm just going to call him Rock Yassin. Keep forgetting about these things, bro. Oh, man. We were crushing it. Well, I guess to be fair, though. I have a rebuild coming up where one of the seasons didn't go so well, but yeah, here we go. So here is the Heisman-winning running back. He's an elusive back. He kind of fits the team's need. Well, maybe not need, but the team's scheme. If he's there at the start of the second round, because, running backs are still running backs, maybe we make a play. Just say maybe we make a play, but yeah, can't really do too much with that knowledge, so there's that. Speed demon tight end, kinda. He's not really, I guess. He said Sherman and Newman headed in different directions. Jalen Sherman's apparently a first-rounder. I don't see it, though. All right, I don't know if that's a big enough move for me to trade D Ford, but Justin Houston on a cheap deal. Willis could be our starting free safety for the year, and then we get ourselves a backup quarterback. Javon Kinlaw, that's an interesting name. I think we're going to, think about keeping him around. I don't know if we're going to do it, though. Might be a trade deadline situation. And then Brandon Ayuk, another guy where if we are going to keep him, I'd rather just re-sign him. So, yes, but no. Yeah, Darius Newman apparently is a wide receiver, even though they mentioned the other guy as a corner. Maybe he used to be a corner. I don't even know. But as far as corners go, it's not looking super great for the cornerback-needy San Francisco 49ers. This is like god-awful. Late third, 6'3", maybe you take the risk, I guess. But realistically, none of these guys are very good players. This is just kind of a bad class. 24. This class just doesn't look good. Maybe we can find a pass rusher, though. I haven't looked at pass rushers yet. Early fourth. He doesn't look terrible, but he is very slow. Yo, we might actually trade Kinlaw off for like maybe a high second, because we actually don't really need a DT. I'm taking a look at DTs anyways. Ooh, that guy could play edge. He is a very athletic guy. We may make a trade up for Sprinkle. This is the guy I wanted, Melvin Ingram, but unfortunately he says no. All right, so if we're going to be making a play for a first-round pick, I think we should start with trading Kinlaw off. How high of an overall is he? 25 years old, 83 overall. Probably worth like a decently high second-round pick, like maybe something like in the 40s. Got to find the team that needs it, though. Colts don't really need it. It would be interesting to pair him up with a guy this team replaced. The Dolphins could kind of use a DT, right? 35. We're cucked once by the Dolphins. Do it again. Kinlaw, fifth-round pick for 35 from the Dolphins, who are currently on the clock. Got guys in the back of the team, making these trades. Kinlaw is definitely going to become like a god for them, isn't he? It's just obvious. Jalen Sherman to the Packers. And that may be the DT. It's not the DT. There's a lot of good players here, dude. Let's see if we can trade up to the Bears. I want the DT who can play DN. It's a little harsh, but considering without the 4th round, it was pretty fair trade. Technically not, though, because I don't expect us to be the first pick overall next season. So we gave him a 3rd and a 4th next with 35 for 20. A little in favor of us, but it be what it be. And this is a tough one because this DT is obviously someone we need. Play left end for us. Zach Jackson, though. Potential X factor for all we know. Really good center here with Caleb Saxton. I mean, you can make the argument you take one of those guys and instead you take Jordan McMahon. I mean, there's a lot of options here. What's our highest picks? 25 in the second. I mean, we could do that still. Zach Jackson, I think, is just too small of a player in general for it to work. It'd be between the DT, who is projected as an early first talent, and the center, who's also an early first talent. Screw it, let's just get lucky. And he's hidden, thankfully. 74 overall, kind of a potential Aaron Donald type, right? You know, Aaron Donald-ish, left end for us. That's a good pick. I'm happy with it. Let's see how that center looks. Chet Carr to the Browns. Interesting decision. And the Ravens, of course, of all the teams to make the play. Let's go to 25 now. I believe we do have like a 3rd rounder. We had a wide receiver somewhere. Mr. LaMarcus Reed looks really good. I don't know if I want to go for him, though, because it's all speculation. It's all luck, isn't it? I definitely want Newman, though, because they mentioned him mid-second, apparently, is the talent grade. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think you make that play. Corner's a big need for us, but I just don't see us making that either. I guess we trade down for the first time in how long? The Vikings are willing to move back only a couple of spots and give us a 4th round pick. They must really want someone here, which was a bad tight end. And I can't pass up this Jets trade either. Pick 9 in the 3rd. That's kind of where I wanted to be anyways. And we add another pick. LaMarcus Reed, you know, fair enough. Jamal Lloyd, early 5th. Where's our Darius Newman, a 7th rounder? We cannot let him go. We do have 2 corners. I mean, it'd be a super reach to grab one of them. This Wynn guy, I think, may be worth just taking a shot on. Connor Hall. I still think Newman should be like our #1 priority of the players left. Craig White's actually pretty good too. What about Carl McConnell? Don't think we need him, but his potentials look pretty hard to pass. I think we're going to risk it on Mr. Emmanuel Wynn. We almost never go for these types of skills. Hoping for the best on a hidden, and this is why we usually don't go for those types of skills. Yikes. We had a 6th round pick from the Chargers to move back literally 1 spot. I will take that every day of the week. Now we trade with the Eagles to go to 98. With the amount of trading we've done in this rebuild, it would not surprise me if we accidentally traded to one of our rivals. Would not surprise me. And running back, I guess, power back is kind of on the need list. So McCollum, 72 overall normal. I mean, I'm half tempted to already start this guy. Fast enough, super trucky. And right now, the speedy elusive backs just aren't cutting it. Sucks I forgot to finish scouting that guy. Ooh, the Browns are willing to give me a 3rd round next year. I'm taking that. In fairness to them, I mean, it's only like a 15-spot move, potentially. I mean, I don't know if we really need him, but he looks like a decent potential cornerback prospect. We're going to take Benjamin Edwards, and he is hidden. The problem with him, though, is, for one, he's too slow to play corner, and 2, he's already 23. I mean, unless... Ooh, I do not want to lose this wide receiver. I'm trading up. I'm trading up to the Lions. We ain't risking him. I know they did say he's headed in opposite directions, but still, the potential grade is there. You gotta do it. Give him a 5th and a 6th, and we move up to #1. Probably a bit of a reach, but we're going to take him. Darius Newman. He is a 70 overall hidden. When they're this late in the class, you might as well take the risk. We now have 3-star-plus development wide receivers. Love it. You might as well take the risk, right? Yeah, man, we forgot to do those, so we got to pay attention to those. Cameron Golson, probably not the biggest need in the world, but pretty good value here. 67 overall. That's kind of a win. Now, the chance of anyone even being here at 25 is kind of unlikely. We'll see. We have a random left tackle. I don't know about that one. We're going to take a random kicker, and he's hidden development. I mean, unless he's superstar, though, I'm not sure what you're going to do. They got to fix kickers, dude. We made a few trade downs. We added a 2 6th and a 7th next year. So, you know, it is what it is. We got a lot of hiddens in this one. How good are they, though? I don't know. I imagine, other than maybe even the wide receiver, they'd probably all be star. But let's see. Martin Sprinkle, who's automatically the new left end. D4, we could actually probably trade off for a 3rd round. He's actually played that good, in my opinion. Sprinkle, only sorry. I figured he would be. Oh, yeah, the safety was a hidden. There's no shot that he's not star or star. If he's actually superstar, I was about to make some ridiculous bet, but that would probably not have been a good idea for me. We have the kicker I'm going to take a look at. I would assume, once again, star. And I say the wide receiver for last because, like I said, I think superstar are better, honestly. Star, I figured. Number 7, interesting. Golston is not the player we're looking at. Darius Newman, the number 3 automatically. It'd be nice to see superstar here, though. And no, I'm wrong. Okay, star development across the board. Never mind. Kind of curious to see that center the Ravens took. Chances of him being normal development are very high, but I'm still curious. Yep, what a game. All right, so we trade D Ford over to the Jaguars for their 3rd round pick. Maybe we should have given them a 5th. Let's give him a 5th as well. D Ford has played very well. It's just we can't really afford him. And, he usually plays pretty decently for us, but we almost always have to get rid of him because that money. But hey, we've passed the 1st round era from the Dolphins. We have our own picks now, and Justin Fields has turned out pretty damn good. So this is the roster for year 3. This is the year that I would expect to make some decent push. Newman really not number 3? Come on, dude. Deebo Samuel's looking pretty damn good. Ayuk is looking pretty good. Fields obviously looking great. Juszczyk is actually going up in overall, which is shocking, at 31. Kittle at 99 overall still, obviously. Left tackle solid. Right tackle's decent. Left guard's getting there. He's already, he's only 22. He's 77 overall. Hines hopefully has a better year, but I wouldn't put too much into it. Once again, though, DBs is really the biggest issue. But with a front 7 like this, you can have a little bit of leniency for the back end, right? All right, Nick, really? Only a 3-year deal? Nick Bosa only wants a 3-year deal. I think you just lock him up to a 5-year deal. Really? Okay, dude. Brandon Ayuk, 4-year deal, worth pretty much the same as what Deebo got. Maybe gets another 2 years because, he's not asking for a crazy amount. We can afford everyone. That's the good news. All right, huge matchup. Can we win it? We do, which was clutch because if we lose, we are not in. But if we win, we are 9-7. And here we are. Of course, we choke like usual, but we hold on just enough to make the playoffs. Going up against the Giants, who we lost to last season. Fields with probably his worst season yet. Rushing, I don't... is Hines not, literally a type of running back they would love to have? No? 90 spin, 88 juke. Really fast. Like I said, not that much smaller technically in weight and height than Mostert. I don't get it. Touchdowns in general are just low. Of course, we had 4 receivers that were all kind of similar. Debo, good season, just no touchdowns. Sacks allowed, kind of trash. 4 guys with 100+ tackles. Maybe see some dev-ups there. Sacks, Nick Bosa worth the money. Eric Armstead always worth the money. Proctor, better than Kinlaw for us, I'll tell you what. And then Sprinkle, rookie year, was not very good. Kicking, Chase McLaughlin was the guy. And then Wisnowski looking pretty good other than that blocked punt. Was that guy not a rookie this year? Or is he was it last year? Yo, rookie of the year and MVP. Okay, dude, if you say so. Any award wins at all? It appears not. But we are still in the playoffs after all. No home game this time. The Giants still took Jalen Waddle. 87 overall for them, 91 overall for us. I mean, we just haven't been a dominant team at all. Oh, Lord, this would be a fun one. Man, I'm really thinking about the Giants as our team, but are they too good now for Madden terms? I mean, quarterback's a question mark, but Daniel Jones is still young enough to dev, and he's going to be pretty damn fast in Madden if this year's end of roster. I don't know if you guys have seen how fast Daniel Jones is in Madden rosters now, but he is blazing. He's actually so fast. Giants could be a top-tier team, especially if you want to cheese it. If you believe in Daniel Jones, you believe in your skills, sign him to a long-term deal that's kind of cheap and just go off, you know? I mean, if you're able to get like a quarterback for a 4 or a 5 year deal where it's like 10 mil or less per year, you're just balling out. 21-14, 24-14, and yeah, we're talking about Daniel Jones and potentially being the Giants for next year's Madden franchise, and during that time, Daniel Jones and the team kind of sell. Rushing, once again, just terrible. I really think it's just power backs. You just need power backs. I don't understand. But the thing is, Mostert had a really good year one, and then that's it. Just, 1 year good. We get Hines, who's, just as good, if not better, because of his overall now, and he just sucks. I don't know. But what I do know is we are on to the divisional round, going up against the Green Bay Packers. Okay. A little 50-50 battle between these two in the playoffs for many years. And another snow game. San Fran's like, really? Really? Another snow game, please? Come on, I need to see that Rodgers playoff chokage. Let's see it. EA hates the Packers in the playoffs. I'll tell you what. Looking okay so far, 21-0. Not a bad performance last week either, 28-0. I mean, we're a very high overall. I didn't expect to be as high of an overall as we are, but I mean, it's starting to show. I have not changed the scheme since Season 2, and we're actually starting to see some results here, which is really impressive. Could this be a 3-seasoner? Like, it very well could be. I don't expect it to be, but I mean, we beat some tough teams in the snow. I don't know, man. I mean, we got some pretty good overalls. Quarterback is right where he needs to be. Fields got to be like something high 90s, right? Like 94, 95, 96, something around that. I like it. Now on to the championship round. We are going against... Oh, come on, dude. It's the Lions, dude. Like, who do they even beat? So they beat the Seahawks. Fair enough. We actually struggled against them. They beat the Saints. Okay. And now they beat the Niners. I mean, hopefully not. But here we are going up against the 10-6 Lions. Oh, we have 7 overalls on them. This is bad for us. All right, moment of truth. Championship game. Winner gets to lose in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. 17-0, not a bad start. 17-7. Halftime at 17-7. Still 17-7. 17-10. Okay, we get the field goal, which puts us in a good spot, and the game's over. The Niners are back at the Super Bowl. Chiefs versus Niners. The revenge. Let's see it. Come on, San Fran. And, of course, it's Cam Newton. I'm glad it means even so much more to me that Cam Newton's to be the guy to lose there. Beat the guy there. Oh, it's beautiful. Safety's coming up clutch with some interceptions. Here it is. Last game, potentially. See if any dev-ups. Once again, Fields' regular season was kind of not that great. Maybe somebody on defense, actually, but probably not offense, right? Appears not. Defensively, Ross appears to go up in dev, and that, I think, is it, unfortunately. Ross goes to superstar, and that's literally it, unfortunately. But still, it appears our team is good enough to make it to the Super Bowl. Can we do it? 92 to their 88. Overalls don't matter in this one, though. They're going to win. All right, here we go. The moment we all been waiting for to make it all the way here and then lose to the Chiefs. But the rematch is here. This would be the perfect way to end it. Please, EA. Our Bengals speed rebuild went really well. I suppose that's not really making an argument for us because it's like you got that one, so just take the L here. No, please. I want a win week. Please, man. Looking okay. 20-6. Pleading with you is, the EA gods. It's working out all right so far. And it ain't gonna happen. There is no comeback this time. The Niners get their revenge, and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs 30-12. Gotta imagine that pass rush is another reason because the Chiefs still cannot get protection for the man. But the Niners are on top of the world. They have won the Soup or Bowl. Add another to the trophy case. And I didn't feel like we were ready, but the overall suggested otherwise. 92 overall. You look at our positions, number 1 and 2 wide receivers are great. Number 3 is a very good complementary piece that could become a starter himself. Kittle is the number 2, potentially number 1 tight end in the league, considering the age of Kelsey in this one. The O-line, the tackles are probably a top 5 tandem. Guards, in the top 15. Centers, top 15. That's good enough, probably. The defense, front seven, is easily the best in the league. Strong safety's getting up there, and, the corners are just good enough complementary pieces. It's vice versa. You have really good lockdown coverage, it helps the pass rush, or really, really good pass rush, which helps the coverage, which in this one, the pass rush was, there's some really good players. You got several X Factors. You got some X Factor linebackers, of course, superstar linebacker. It's a stacked roster without a doubt, and Fred Warner's looking very interesting in his face scan. But we're on top of the world. Justin Fields was a good trade up. Mahomes throws 2 interceptions. Gotta think one of the safeties got a pick, right? Yep, I figured so, man. Shaun Wade has been one hell of a player in the postseason. He's been so good. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. I don't even know how long this video is, but not long enough is probably the answer. Anyways, though, that is going to be the Niners' realistic rebuild after the trade up to number 3. Let me know what you guys want to see more in the comment section below. A Dolphins or an Eagles rebuild? Maybe I go crazy. Maybe I get nuts and I upload both tomorrow. I highly doubt it. But once again, 500 likes to at least see one of them, maybe the Dolphins one tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays. Twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for everything me, non-Rams franchise. Probably not a stream tonight, but tomorrow is when I would be likely to stream again. And yeah, let me know if you guys think that pick 3 isn't going to be a quarterback at all. You clearly trade up a lot, usually for a quarterback, but once again, Julio Jones is the example that comes to mind. And, at the end of the day, the Falcons probably would say that it was a good trade, right? Anyways, though, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya!